Marriage is very demanding.
Okay.
Very demanding. It needs you to be whole mentally, physically, emotionally, psychologically, and even financially.
Okay.
We have these 5 attributes. It shouldn't be something that you treat it casual, say as a midday for fun. There is no fun anyway. Tell someone when you need that, especially young man, because you are going to submit, and if you are to submit to a fool, because at the end itself, no, 2 whole people doing it no crano is demanding, and then say be submitting to a nabal who is a fool. So you can imagine it's a suicidal mission.
Yeah.
One way I'll be fair do nothing.
And then so Yamama Kwaba ever heart-to-heart conversations with Auntie Ama. Biaya yetna se jibre na yedi nkomo na enye nkomo bi akeke na yedi nkomo a eso beba mfaso wenya mfaso afiri so na menso menya mfaso eno nti enne ne o first time a wapie ye channel li so a ye be hye onkran se over like page no wa share na wa subscribe se de be ya brebia no enkomo a edi mu na beboa a shape you, especially your relationship and marriage no yet to me e de abro medin ede Auntie Ama na ene ho behia pa se yedi sankomo enam se utietie nkomo a ekoso on social media na Facebook na san videos ahodo a post here reactions na cheye se adwuma wo ho adwuma kese pa wo ho, especially said the relationship any dating scene no akoye no ti ho behia se na ye choose one important topic na ye jebre any obi a obeka se Auntie Ama we de me ena maye maso ahwe ena magye di eno nti wodo so betimi aka ho asemacho na wa wo hwe na wutie no so no wadi ho enkomo eno nti enne asemti a ye de ato ye nkomo so eye whole wise and ready. In fact menya topic na manage ho me ankasa manage ho na mse me filisa me so me wo niam bebra metimi asua e de free sa enkomo yi emu na under 8 ana se ya ka ni nyina bomu no ase anything Yeba behwe how to date with a purpose and how to identify the one. And obi aso wo date. Dating no so obi ahwe kwan se bekwa akopie ni yie mu ene aware mu. Ebe dan e na watumi a date with a purpose. Wo de tirim papa ahye wo tirim na se wo hie nipa no kra no a nyame won konkon na beka sa kire ana se wankasa e na obehu se ohunam Kenny anasa wo partner na wo hia no mi ankasa me nua ba enene obe join me ama ye di sanko mo ye call way back na me gidi sam mo follow ye nkakra ne de me introduce no hu na obehu sampa oyobi a osefata ne mo odu a yebetumi ene na di nkomo ama won so wanya so emfa so to join me on this discussion is my very own Mrs. Priscilla Agyemang Duah, Mrs. Papa B. She is a wife, a mother of one. Odo nyame pa anti a passionate lover of God. Ni bibia woni nyame emfrim. Osan so peer counselor. Mrs. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thanks for joining me.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
When you brena me start here before see be koye nkomo no so me start here say me person me hear this project no. You are one of the few people that came in mind. Say me dream pa 5 ho a obeka sa 5 no ho because though your previous project you had enough time, but I saw what is in you. Internet one be here say ene say yetna say ya nkomo bi wo ho a ye no edina ye hye nkomo na se no. I think I posted a video on TikTok na ye kasa about having sex, especially on your first date. And the kind of comments are ye nyano any inbox messages are eba no. Emma a clear idea say dating a relationship ankasa no nipa nso de nim what it entails. So and then when be here pass ye gibre na ye din come, especially for those of us who want to date with a purpose. And unti mesa mo akwa ba biem.
Yeah.
A credentials no me de twi make us credentials. Maka ni nyina but kakra wo ho a pesa wo de ka ho ansa na ye free nkomo na sem.
I think so waka ni nyina.
Maka ni nyina. Okay. Okay. Te ye be hye nkomo na se na ye di nkomo na Meshasiye e free say you can't date in a relationship. Obi enim say okay, I've come of age. I remember my son asking me, "Mommy, at what age na be to me a relationship mo?" So person obo akwala sa a teenager, obi a wo nyini ba, wo intention say obi relationship man na say obi date ya. dating itself, no, any relationship, no, what is it?
Okay. Auntie Ama, me da wase wo akwanya odi ama me woni okrio.
Okay.
Ya me nsure mo. And dating ne de, in fact, just aye bibie oho. So people have different meaning, different reaction towards dating. Ebi ani so okay say wabe mo e bisa say opeso date ya at what age? And then nkra no ente omudi from 13 ho kona or starting nya sa atin kana na em say ohun ni say o e o say me nya obi a me ne be kasa me nya obi a obeka chem so do me nya obi a, and like relationship na start ya no.
Okay.
As far as I can remember, me kasi na mo JHS as at that time 12 13 years people were na man for to the way me boy nie and sa na man nti you say e ade a e ba so ache. But na they meet me aka ni say all those times no they do it casually.
Okay.
I said no one say no intention, nothing. Because dating na you can. The dating has an end goal. And you say, oh sorry, yeah, I'll say me Martin Kenti and I say, yeah, me say and I me feel say there's nothing like that. Until before I'll be say obeko bibi musa no. Yem peja yen ho preko pe en sorry nkom say oh just because of say be me oba me ye be ma me nya atinkan ti eno anu nye really there is an end goal to dating. Until say start end goal ni hwa you have no business with dating or you have no business being in a relationship.
Okay, so relationship itself no when we say enko for a dream be relationship especially obia yeah, fun is education or to me an idea of what a relationship should be. But I'm saying this with some of the comments I read on social media, especially on my videos, say because you are saying we shouldn't have sex on the first date. Many relationship muna say or no just scared from me why shouldn't I? You realize that nipa no say relationship munoko, but carefully who said this is not a relationship. Some are in a situationship will be a honoma bibi na all pay and now say a combine dinner. I have a lady that was saying say see so na TV nini them until be them on and brother be them na TV wo it talk TV na from there no they got married and they got into a relationship. So if you a relationship, especially the one that we intend to go into with a purpose, I know a day.
Okay, until I'm missing that was you can't relationship and I can say a relationship it should have an end goal.
Okay.
Say adewe no. That's how it's going to end. And then relationship the foundation of marital relationship and I say something meaningful.
Okay.
Until before best starting relationship no, you should have an end goal in mind. So starting casually and I wouldn't name the entire I was starting one say me ko TV one them or say me ho ye ne fe. Me so crampo me so a nice guy until really and not one me say the point.
Okay.
And that's and only yakoye situationship.
But you've heard stories like that.
Oh, I've heard
Obi o ha o see so sabe ne pa de kra na obey use na if you dey ti bribe na na top pa de man.
So those things and you can a situationship na enye relationship.
Okay.
Relationship ye nkuta hodie. Relationship you say when you be more understanding more. Even say Adam for quite can be classified as a relationship. Yeah. But then it should be yen fa Adam for kwa. What down for no what's your friend adding to your life? What down for no ba on tem no. What do I want manya men a costro? And I say oba on tem no. School now okono okondo se usua de oba wontem no who say oh I should develop myself. These are some of the things you should look out for. And to be beer aside this no is more like a situationship and yet relationship because when it comes to relationship there should be an end goal to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just I was able to be touched.
Exactly. I was able to be touched. Yeah. Sorry say me feel say and I'm enjoying say life is a serious business. Okay. You see emotions and also feelings and make decisions.
Okay.
Because life is serious. Inti also unya butaye inti before best artist and also tenase now as o assess we dey maybe go akwam. Now hwe sa na man ansa na yen sorry prekope enka say nipa no ye say mami nti anada no talk kenke mami anada no ka chem say me ho ye ne fe. All those things are nothing.
Okay.
Me the way be chem kakra me kai say time ana me ye single and ana me ni obi di nkomo. And I realized the person ne gestures ne maybe it shows say opemi. And it's like he wanted me to get it say opemi. And he quite no bisami saying to me, when I'm to me because I'm who she because I can't stand on those gestures to relate it to something meaningful. So and no such as open. Maybe naturally or a kind or a very sweet. And he said, oh ma and no elidiwa be a mistake.
Okay.
And so you should have a reason, you should have a purpose. And
so what if a young man ranging hormones said they okay at tinkani idea okay. Me share the medre the menini. Ibi a bema de bi krase na bema wotena se du baby no ne oba na ya that perception obey jimi ni ade ade okay let me get a woman. Is that a relationship?
Any relationship, a situationship.
Okay.
Any relationship because any medical can. But I bia any hope. And when the purpose of something is not known, abuse is inevitable because onim but I reason be any hope. And one is as a hormones in tea. So what hormones ne settle then what becomes of you and the person?
Okay.
So hormones no say any hobby and of course as you graduate from that stage into another stage, you come into reality stage where emotions nene sanema na beware of. So what are you then?
Okay.
Then on a land amount for be brain situationships.
Okay.
Because there's no reason, there's no purpose, there's no roadmap, nothing. Me who say me bema like me hormones share me say or say me ne or buy ye and then I moved.
Okay.
Into an only free where what happens to the reality stage.
Okay.
So if you find yourself entangled in a situation.
Okay. So that aside, yen share the opeso date either a womb dada ana safina or rim. On person be in a situationship opeso date with an end goal. Said ye wow can no. Say kase will be a relationship with a purpose. It's just saying. What does it mean?
So I guess will be a relationship more with a purpose, and I said dating with a purpose. It's just a winning panel. You have or a clear intention.
Okay.
We are long-term minded. Our vision and our values.
Yeah, my training mrem. Nasa ba ya. Me krom for no so bebre beti ase.
So you can say dating with purpose. Or butaye. We odwen kwatri utimi o wadwen no o ye obi a odwen dachi odwen dachi o ye generational in your thinking odwen dachi o ni swadi and na o values tree be
okay
values be and principles be o ejinaye nneema bi a wo de asisi exactly how they guide those steps so they bought obra.
Okay.
It is sane man gu akwan ma and you say you are dating with intention and I say you are dating with purpose. And you say you know some people date for fun as a casual. Even cry will be a friends with benefits.
Oh, okay.
Say there's nothing commitment be any ho. Say ne ho your banner say ovulate na who say ohia ofili say also on be my you know so a friend no e be akobi na wen bia me wa ha na mo ahia ma ye dem be no ko no so ko it's casual, it's for fun. Ice cream date ye nko ha say omo hye den din komo bia about omo da ache the next phase and then I do we call them person me here like it's just for fun. Yeah.
Okay. Tinchemu ne beboa wo bi afi na orem to say well who what it takes to date with a purpose. But nipa ne wo mu dada. Now afi na opese o man de ne intentional because what boss say bi de casual. On sha da ni butaye bia eno an say bibi no ohia me oba me ye bema ye wi a ye koyanim. Say obi wo mu dada na afi na ne aba no ho so na so opese o date with a purpose or you intentional about the dating na what goes into it.
No. I think it's a categorizing it into two. Yeah, a bit more a casual, but almost a down committee or more bebre in terms of maybe a sikasamun kodimu and I say be a nemu sonsem bedimu.
Okay.
See, and only there, like it's something that is very 100% hope you can really do something with it anywhere and which is very quick. Maybe I am a bit complex.
Okay.
Because like sikasema kwa kudim be manana esheno ono so enenida enti now no I say we sika kudim we so hwa kudim Auntie, like, how are we going to go about it?
Okay.
But then, she said, first one, tell them kind. First one in there, and should that any difficult trying to say only ni panebenya mohonti ase no matna say oh. And they say near starting. But yasha see, me say me who say you're starting to saying.
Okay.
You can start from there and have those kind of intentional conversations. But obi so wo sad than make us say ebia awo enyambe mu dia eno so no e complex na too complex e ntimi den and solve communication. Say ba kunya akudru because I know it takes a lot of courage. And yes I won't me.
Okay.
And break it out just like that because you have a lot of history, you have a lot of memories together. But I know e kinya obi a nenia bre wa na dream mo pose no this time around I really want to do it right. So I want to start by clearly communicating my intentions to
so let's say I'm a woman. Of course, I'm a woman with me oba me ne be maneti. Na awa bem dada. But a be a fena I've come across a discussion like we are having now. And I'm nearby most okay. Sisiano, I want to date with a purpose. But what she be man na when it's here na. Ebi a de mo woman na ne je ho bi o crowd see our re be mu a esa ne ma bebre na ne de bi o ha mo twem na 10 years obo ware ya na gu. As a woman that opesa wo ye bi papa for yourself. Opesa wo de wo niema ko ani mu afa you want to do things right said the work no. Wo say edi but oba any day it goes both ways so ba na be ma. E be dey na watimi move from the casual relationship no a bia mo ha dan na mutim ma wo baba ko mienu bi probably you have businesses together na ade no. How do you do it? Shifting from the casual relationship to an intentional or a relationship with a purpose.
And no say me can for the first scenario no. Ebe hia nkita hodie. Ebe hia communication. There or yeah the initiator of the purpose no should sit the other person down. Say na ya sha see no. Say I realize a lot of mistakes any and but we can always pick the pieces and then move forward. Inti saying I'm pese me and I saying I'm pese yes and be ya and crying betimi anya fapim papa I build it on because you me something casual like this because now no we are in a confinement Accra bim yeah titi Accra and yeah will be the blueprint Accra no be peke because yeah it's like we are being the first agents of socialization for relationships for Accra. Inti there na say inti say wo partner ni obi or you open minded na or who say or you open to growth there.
Na dream wa bia why na dream say okay.
Anything. But or you obi so no who say or you content. Mediocrity any de oh say yeah okay there. E be the amount. But I feel say also we then pushy because you also are being driven by a vision. Be makra na initiative me who is saying that you ding baby but say your bar now who initiating a be ding. That's why I said we need a lot of courage on the side of the woman. Okay. Come back me no miensa. Say situationship na woman at least more very phobic wo na betimi dia to nanim. But say money very phobic and obi akasa na ontia. Then I think that also you have to swallow the hard pill and then detach yourself. Whilst you communicate with him, kwanya mbefa so Ashe Accra no. That agreement should be there. And find something to do with your life. I always say that you have the covenant of life first before the covenant of marriage or relationship.
Yeah, for brafom. Brafom na.
Oh, like nyame bo. Or as in individual.
Okay.
Or botayentia or bo. You are here to contribute a quota to like the world to make so bema ewiase no abeye better. Ewiase na tumpon. The world is awaiting so be manifesting na nya so.
Bibi wo mu a wo se ewiase na nya so.
Exactly. It goes beyond a banner wa wona na say be man na e den woni it was. So that's what I'm saying that you can be say vision and passion it propels like e kenya bibi e den e wo mu. Enti woni ni kan pita bi ani baba ko mi no na ho se nipa no say vision che den ni Neni so sa e say wo bo aboso na o sorry waka na o move on so you start to set and plan say then na metimi aye to like better my life you should answer Bible crack say write the vision down till who penny bibi down not afi we who say oh this is what I really want to do the person me if we maybe I say juma and maybe I make me starting with weeks. Maybe I make one so down co schooler. You can start from somewhere. Because me kusua de, because me nyansa no juma be say na be ya me self sufficient na enye say o say me depend on obi for bibi say e bi so akọ school kakra. But when I say be me person me hwehwe adwuma, me person me to amade sua so. I mean something there should be a vision that you are attaching to and then moving along that line. It's kakran. Me say nyame so beboa and then you move on. Once there is a vision, it will guide you. Because now you are in the lane of purpose. Purpose and so they do to an impactful end.
Okay. Okay. It's the year can you know yet easy. But my experience kakra me war was sanima where we realize that most people are in some relationship near dear because of sa courage na onwa de be born ho so ape bibia ye no obete so ka se enye nkura yi pa ga megya ne ho dadaada megya ne ho kwa o school fees nkura na de die mu said ya wo ka na bi ono wo ne adwuma bia ye edan nkura wo ni bi enti se okoi one nkura na ekoda he ene wo wiase so a most of these men Sadia china relationship no one ma hwekra ye ne din. Eno ti na programs be break so radio so a afekwa akọwie radio so na ye ko settle sa ade no. Ibu tufo say oba mpe bibinye at what point and oba nbe hu say okay be ma we ommoa me purpose amede asime ne so no. Se nani ba na ho so a onye ne sei ontwe ne ho ansa na wa start with the plan ana on start with the plan say dwuma na wo sua ontena ho a no wo sua nwie no onye bibia ebe ma ne mo ayedu ansana so betwe ne ho a watwe ne ho.
Okay. Me hu ni say also nipa kwa especially Bema on say men are born for leadership inti Bema they will initiate anything but make us for a man because sometimes you're not marginalized. Oba fem no o sha sia me hu ni say also Bema kwa one ne te no wo kwanya obefa so say ebia wo besua adwuma no before obe breaking news no ashre no
Okay.
and I say ebia because emema no bi wo ha ebia or a casual person but na some munye din ebia ono ni new movie that's along the person would want to stay back but ono so on hold but emema ni bi some a narcissist into ono no as a person dominate you and no sa no also hu nyansa yen kokan ebi kwampa the mere fact of say unya that freedom betimi kwama na ha me wo and to know the man that you are with.
Okay.
Send a bear be one among so I did.
I was so true.
I'm on among so abisi etu. And nana mekano me passionate about God, me a Christian. And I'll bring in the Christian setting. I was say me when say Bible say all things work together for good to them that love God. Nyame wo ebia wo out of wedlock ha na on pole ni nyina no beka ni nyina bom amexi aboa wama but I pan or ma ewie nti don't write yourself off nti also start ebia senpai bo betimi abom pai a share rade so be direct part no ma onyansa how obisi ago by to betimi navigate nipa because obi o ho a say woni ne crampo ye situationship na so be break free no enye adeketwa enti know who you are with bompaye.
Okay.
And I believe that whenever we pray nyame or guide ye bompaye otutu ya na moma enti just pray and after prayer no once what to home no the ideas will come for you to know if you should do it kode and I say uni nipa ne nkasa uni nipa ne den enya nkuta hodie bi ansa na yede we move on but the fact that you have had a relationship out of wedlock does not mean say life ain't mean yet better and as our life ain't me improve it. Okay. See, that one it shouldn't confine you say ma back out of wedlock na ya anya me ho ade anase bibisa no there at any point purpose can start to be quite purpose to me start at the age of 50 and then it becomes a lifeline message and also the save amount for so you shouldn't just relax in such spaces and say that oh it's over for me there be
okay
yes sir
one kasa na wura relationship with a purpose no dia na wo se wo fa wankasa wo
what's our relationship no before you can even have a relationship with someone you should also have a relationship with yourself it has to know yourself wa hoden umreyo usinto de ope de won pay, de ma obufu, de ma obunfu, de ma wenije, de ma weninje. Also, you have to be self-aware and self-conscious. You need to
who are you? We are
why de ne ma okra energy. Me love language any den, me personality ni den. Sir, enema we nyina, this information will really help you because it even guides you to who you would even pick. But obi wo ha onim ne ho. Enti okofa obi once nipa na say okra nipa ne man any negative ya na wa absorb it. Akana she. But if I know who I am and I know who God says I am, they will be kind to me in come in she. If you say one and you're now born and two won't me, you are outside of me.
Okay.
Now me ne bit me defining who I am. And I'm me ankasa me so because nyame hu me den estimim. Ti me ankasa so met me define. But when you who you are, now okofo obi a and then nipa no enkancho so ho ayefa o issue. Obeye moso, obeye moody. But oh sorry say waka so ho efe, waka so ho nyefe, waka say you are able, waka say you are not able. You have a predetermined mindset that this is who I am. I'm capable, I'm able, I'm beautiful, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Ya make me who me more to say anything. You are not going into the relationship so open ni validation because they are validation in bebano. Now once when they are man na kan wa she. Da muni na won't me o kasa wo live abrabo sa obebre.
Okay.
Obebre. Nti e wo se wan kasa wo hu because wo hu a e na be hu de wo pe.
Okay.
Wo hu na be hu de wo mpe. Nti knowing yourself in the crampo will determine who you are going to pick because your spouse and I said the person you are in a relationship with is a reflection of who you are.
Okay.
Nti me kai say maybe na me so for penyin preaching or say maybe na ne yere ne obi as a couples be a share na be man say krasini bi amakofa na to me ho so say so he couldn't hold it so remember say when bibi so you're krasini and you now you krasini proper because you picked your kind.
Yes,
you picked your kind. Nti na we should say BBC yen to your boss to apportion blame and we have to reflect and see baby so because it was a broken part of you and now crowning me attract says at the end.
So knowing yourself no you know your strength and your flaws. Said na wo kan say to da ni kwan say obi ka bibi kire wa it shouldn't. Yes, but once unim say ade we your flaw. Let's say you are quick-tempered, you have anger issues, and somebody is able to point that out, especially somebody that you are, going into a relationship with. And I was so funny saying, "Oh, me de me hunting you na have catch me. Oh, me de me muade that me am say me muade." And you funny saying, "Ye nim ye ho no, ye ni nyina wo se agitum saa nti ensiesie bia bakra ni kwan se agitum."
Baby, me and I make say be data, you have to have someone or growth mindset and as will be open-minded. So obi a ono who say arriving then so bit meaning na build the BB because ono who say too known maybe exactly
okay.
But obi a or pepasa or di enyini or take feedback exactly or take feedback then etum who say I don't know it all. Bible cracker say we see in part and we prophesy in part. Obi any hwa onim like bibia complete. Sometimes obi be hu bibi no atwe wadwen den. Esi bibi so. Until the person should have a growth mindset. The person should be open to feedback, the positive and even the negative ones, and see that a day way then I meet me I home to be a better person.
Okay.
But say I shall say now me de Sana me take me or leave me. I also found name me can now journey.
Okay.
Because want me nipa bisa entna. But obi a can.
Oh, so take me as I am no. Memo how?
There's nothing like.
Okay.
Obi bisa.
Oh, people do that. People say that. Take me as I am. Said them tie no no. Obetimi a. Untimi so dia. Okay.
We have where we are coming from. We have background differences. Inti ye behia. Ye pesi ye build the BB. There should be compromises. And there should be BBA you are working on. Fine, maybe or how and your fault because you're all to baby na the environment shaped you. But going forward, you can maybe say, you can take someone from Africa, but you can't take Africa from that person.
Okay.
Yeah, when environments are why you don't know.
Yeah, it's a crassy.
Sir.
Then there will be a crum.
Exactly, what about crum? A crassy for quayam fast your maddy. Crum for quayam fast your maddy. Into woony panel. And also she say no, my bahasi. Into also Missia send me a half for yedden. A see your maddy. But and yes, say take me as there's nothing like take me as I am. You should always be working towards growth, working towards development, working towards but at least all try.
Okay.
That pepano or the nipano or a teachable.
Okay.
Me the make say that was what I looked out for in my husband. His teachability. On yes say take me as I am.
I'm the man.
Meaning, I'm the man.
Yeah.
You feel there's nothing like I'm the man. Oh, sir. And then we talk about it, but there's nothing like you can't say take me as I am. Obi also the boss say take me as I am, and they say baby bejina ni bejina ye but there should be that healthy compromise, and there should be that communication that and you bit me improve it, saying I mean something like that, but take me as I am there. I know it.
Okay. Yes, you know, can say so be a relationship with a purpose. I was so your values and some principles. In simple terms, in dating world, you know, bones or balance, me say or take me boxes. Into no what the boxes be. One of the values, so no any goals, so no a war. Or they could share somebody. Or her say betty my head something meaningful, something meaningful. At some point, yana who here say values ne principles no ugum. Obi o hwan ma wo ye ne dan o so mpo oba wa wo ba ko. Ono ne de no untimi 14 because of challenges that comes with stepchildren no near there, especially say ono so ngoda. What sign so can say the fact say obi awo outside wedlock no doesn't
mean but I am.
So if obi hwe sa brain na say owura bibim with a purpose na me dem principle dem mpebon one I thought I was here gumu kakra na me de me hwehwe no friendship sa na me hwehwe e wo relationship especially the one with a purpose.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that Nina can't knowing yourself no. You have to know yourself. Know what you can take and what you cannot take.
Okay.
Obi oha ebia teteno compound house experiences near ebia growing up no. How obi no like a stepchild. They also know si fame. Inti on you know. Anya no bibia na ebe na nika. Or shall see there be.
To me.
They mean to me. I like such people. The person is very honest. Onim do betimi ateki. Also we have our capacities. Yeah, capacity like mental capacity, psychological capacity, emotional capacity, spiritual capacity. Obi ohwa obetimi blended family. Enti any issue. I can do it. We have people and I know of 2 women back home was like onim open cross na ebia people men with children a type pen in India.
Okay.
Meaning that this person thinks that she can.
Oh, one more day, no.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then I also know the person has a ma dada. The person has a ma say 3 or 4. Ono sukura fe no so young on order. But open krana sem. And like bibia ni wa e say ontimi opese ohwe ni yobia ne ma oye na she wants to move that direction.
Okay.
And also and you will be also when you say no, it's not looking at me no how I see it intentional how I see it say no bibi san I cannot do it.
Okay.
And I think that sometimes we need to be honest and we need to be true to ourselves. Send a bear uncle for bibia a bebro also. And me when say if you are honest with yourself, I believe along the line, once God gives the grace to me because like
so
you have all that. I'm sure that you have thought about it and all that. Say me. or say there be me share my hoodie mean to me. I'm someone who really wants my man to myself. I cannot handle like baby mama drama no.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
I can't handle baby mama drama like mean to me.
Okay.
And I think that in these scenarios, no, honesty will play a major role.
Okay.
Nipa awe here. Know your capacity. They obey to me. I work with. And for me, I don't think that it should be like say be say chinchina or say take a box. You should have a conversation with yourself. And it's a wound to me. It should be something that is non-negotiable.
Okay.
Not because you're a bad person, but because you have weighed yourself.
So boxing the and I just say who here say you should have your boxes.
Oh, and yet, you see sometimes if supposedly box is too much and so I say was taking, but what's important is that like the basic values should be there. The edi can me Christian they make a sama from that direction. Obi a won say den o sro nyame na odo nyame na ode obi a na hotoso ene nigidie ehye nyame mu enye se ode nano na aka but won ni yomu ene nana mo tuo mu no ede edi eno ne ye one na obi abotaye bi si nani so say bi a project me na oye anase biskra so na oye who say oye the person is driven by that and obi on so or that value say oh nkita hudie ya ye de one what na say these are my goals, these are my intentions saying am person ye into wodwen ho say these interactions the man who say oh like this like there's clarity there's nothing like ambiguity me say mean to me ambiguity ba kokra
bumbra twi ne hwade
baby I say ye ni there's no clarity. I say, there's no purpose. And one say, yeah, sorry, and then we are just trying and I say we are just being like because of say me purposeful in everything. I need to have something that I'm working towards. That thing energizes me.
Yes, I will be a bit now. So
yes, will be a bit now. And I say be a relationship. Yeah, you will mean there's no really clear goal. Something we are working towards. And I say be a and one say, but if you setting clear goals, say yeah, relationship yeah, you date yeah, be a yeah, shame and sunny warrior. And no will guide us to know the baby and no son. Yeah, in time share ewo baby a yenkwa na ye kokwamu yenkwa na eden ye wo ho yentan nhyiamu baby sa ye beg nhyiamu de ni beta ye open place on say because of say vision ni wo ho say yendi ehyiamu ansa na aware ni ntino now the vision is directing but say ye hu ye ho no that vision is there but yen communicate ye and one say oh and then they besra me and then bibia ni wo yen kan hwenti na woko you can't
I get it
you know you can't vision no direct sa vision no say yen dey ehyiamu ni ntino mu so be make sure say mu nhyiamu wa bra eye mu nko ana
because mo de botaes money so say ye na kopem say ye be worry eti ye wo say yetime dwen ne ma be boa ye nipa idie now back to boxes no. Oh, say boxes yeah, yenye twintwan wo ho no. Eno na ma ye hu red flags.
Okay.
E bi o ho no mo a the other time I had a conversation with somebody and enema bebre wo ho no ma ye de chichire ho say red flag. Say content bi so kra so social media why Christo ni mefa kwanya so kra ni ma bisa obi. Obi timi ka say Christian brother or more tons into a red flag. She's a Christian, but she doesn't dress well. It's a red flag. She's a Christian, but she's not romantic. It's a red flag. You can't red flags, sir. Any boxes now. Then a red flag. Say wait, dear, a red flag. Me say so. Be me be so ka say oh, only lady be could date now when me car door am lady no. Into that was it. Oba say a red flag. Are these red flags? Me sure say same way
that was your question but me who say boxes now can in relationship no you maybe or a weightier matters any one maybe also any weightier we can work around it any we can say when me car door I think that any be a weightier it's just a communication issue munya san kita hodie ni say me medofo nam no be car gate mamia it makes me feel loved and appreciated nti we no obetimi ene naka so you be a ono so no or ofa wasema oka like nyema
wasem tuma
nyema wo so wakoma to yem no gituma we I don't think say ya dia ending but to say ena back scenario back na say
undressy we so your challenger they are Christians who okay, I wouldn't say they are Christians, but sorry, youth in the church, you know, they are posting content, and these are nyoma or more edigu abonting as red flags.
Oh, there be.
Say or more tones or a red flag, or a Christian or a born again, but on dress well, or near romantic, or theory as are all these red flags.
Undressy, no, I make say all these things, no, communication, how. Once obiani de appeal to him or her.
Okay.
And I believe that as a Christian, you're also not expecting his own shenema be show ni cleavage. But enema I mean is like if a person smelly good. At least natad you know enye be a done ho kakra. I mean all those things no. If your own dress is shabbily na say be a nipa bo ho cry fin. These things are not that weight yeah.
Okay.
It can be trashed out.
Okay.
Nya dear to say okay say area say no. I think that on say well yenya me so makwentu there are levels.
Okay.
Enti we have obia oba sorry pa very committed o yenya me adwuma ne but the person does not see anything wrong with say utie obi craft friend also one day or a realist. You can't be all the time saying nyamenyom all the time. They will say sometimes we will have reggae, sometimes we will have, you know.
Ebi class reggae ni bi cry gospel tine. So for creativity.
So you know.
Okay.
Obi so who say no, like the level now we're drew no. This nyame some journey no is a bit personal, and then God deals with us differently and individually.
Okay.
And so you don't always project how God is dealing because nyame will deal with you based on your how umu drew no esi edru ne how when you see a bie wonimu
okay
obi oye baby Christian there all command say entie we are senyum right from the beginning it will be very difficult for the person maybe no cry itself would like ebe man is ade aye be sha ase na ezi ebe mhemra ma ye die but ujai nipa no ba at a point in time or started say or den hu to nyame so na wenyini mu
okay
nkaka some desires will fade away by itself
okay
obi on so a level now we drew no who say no these songs emboa me
okay
because I personally have a stance that in the Bible time and na evil spirits ni betterment son na osma me ko friend David and oba no be bo happen na the evil spirits and they go. Okay. I believe that when it comes to music, it's backed by a spirit.
Okay.
The music you listen to is very important.
Okay.
And your mauti is very important. So if it depends on how the home you want to, if you want a place whereby the Spirit of God can abide all the time, they be a whole like environment, you know, any very warm, any filled with the presence of God, any sanya mana. You can see sometimes what do this level I don't think that I will say okophobia on safena or your baby and try to impose on the person. You will choke the person.
Okay.
God deals with us differently and individually. Ebia onyandu ho bedru ho.
Kakra.
Ba onyandu ho. Enti ohana ebia ho ne be hawa. I would advise that enka pick obia or that o level ana obia or that revelation and obia utimini ni benya sign kita hodie no beji atum say I think say the o kana margin course.
Okay.
Enti I would want to. That is fine, but if the person still insists that you can't force, I keep on saying that you can't force growth out of someone. You can just inspire and influence growth, but when to mean force it, as the person will, as a would choking it background.
Okay, so what are some red flags? What I say, be more if you are betting my wejuma, if you so honoma, wedia, and yan and ye.
Okay,
so who will be an audio be a datina nipano nye ubia. Or dating with a purpose, dear ne betche, the heavier ones, I bet you say, wait, a red flag, and wow.
Obia only vision.
Where vision means?
obi a onni ase
butai bi ensi na so
nani so person ode ne bra onni bibi person ode ne bra is that the person is just existing nti de bia de mfama ne bebo afa na mo be movie
okay
eno de obebre
okay
na obi nso so a onim nyankopon obebre if we say our reggae nyame idea in a relationship we relate and I say we get to know each other to build on that foundation towards marriage.
Okay.
And you na be we our real but obi onim nyame no. Sa fapem na ye den e wo ho.
Okay.
And also so something na mood so onim nyame a obebre. No obi o selfish. Obi or selfish. I said, oh, relationship number one is always about the person. Just what they won't share idea be a commander. And free or no how money dear.
Oh, dear,
and also because life no and a marriage no and a relationship where two life no more merging as one. Enti also we didn't dream back a no we didn't dream back a crack. Na my way, na my one mix enough feed their baby one. Na ye na de bia ono kwa na ne de ye de obebre obe no be onye teachable
onye hwe ntumfum so bi enti chinchina atwan
onye teachable onye flexible ase ade no there be ono de se ne o kan take me as I am eno so de obi onye teachable obi on kan okre
okay
obi on kan okre obi onye consistent
oka we no nsem nsisi so
nsem kra ne actions bi nsisi so obi a onni obi obetimi akasa twa no obi obetimi etu ne fo
oni ferifobia
oni mentor oni like obi o wona braba mu a otimi tinetine no otimi ka no de odi ne ho so obi kra timi say tane mane na hu hia nyame ye na ye look up to God yankopon na sani pano so bebre because as you go by and kakran ka be betimi edum pempen so bi say adwen we dey that baby sometimes just sometimes you need to bring in that third voice to straighten both of you to align to bring both of you to alignment inti ebi ni hosa obebre inti but especially bema that you cannot be under a head who does not have a head dangerous
sasi woni so
won't me fa uti nche obi a on bema on so ne tin nche bibiase eno dey suicidal attempt bema oni obia as o kasa tren no because like masculinity no ano wedding madam for baby timi can be say men have audacity of power and I agree with her enti say when ya obia obe tnet because like especially your side of Africa has seen you think kind of share bema nichim right from to ya cry say me na me bema when now ye the lead when now control affairs enti o nyini na wafa that relational partnership as domineering but at then a partnership you are into partner with the other person to build but you are not into dominate
ti say baba former mo bi atiase a so the African tete ne te no ebibre mo ha ne te no ye de ahye memete o na etire nti o nyini nyina sa tumi no
sa
to hwe obi a ope obi obetimi adi sa tumi no ne mensem na kakabe nsem no wono so but also a partnership
a partnership just that because there should be order because like when you drive car no intimi nya to so usually when couples are driving back eight ko baby back driving na back to front and sometimes you know ebi as a man in a driver in some scenarios the woman is able to say oh ebi babe slow down kakra babe say ni na no you know partnership na ye adwuma wo ho no but obi wo ho a ono no onya tena stay na anima omo kopem kwa na ere ntimi nka
da bi no so de kosa
eno ane so de kosa oni ere ntimi nka hwe eyewe no enti in as much as ultima is ebi babe ko say no otie wo it's partnership but he is leading enti because for structure sake and for God's order sake there should be a hierarchy whereby the man na the lead
itire no
na oba na to aso na mo Friday
ato
but no your Christian setup nimpo Christ is the head na be man na she Christo ase na oba no so ashe nas but the can the generalized culture and tradition be man no na eba na oba no so aba anyway but obi a ono ne hu ni say a servant, a leader and servant the obebre. Because see, I can't true leadership cry. True leadership is about service.
Okay.
I will say, but yeah, be bring hand the sir. You can't say leader, so you can even see how our leaders are acting up there. Because you can't say leader, so who say or say me dominating, obia me can obia share, no obia beshe mase. I think that is what you also have to look out for. That obia or no so what's because when monitor there, you can't. I mean, you shouldn't even there.
Okay.
No matter how or that way you are true, I hope way you are true because and only assures you the reality a only will fade off and reality will come.
Setting, okay.
So reality setting in I say until be a then I'll be. It's something that man you have to look out for. Even in some contexts, me saw one side they will call say, oh me, this is my spiritual father now, this is my mentor, this is my say, oh. And meside them who I am fatu who I remember my husband those times or the mechia will be like that in his life. And the person was like, take my number, no only Ghana home, take my number. Or misbehavior frame and or didn't the number and mommy. Oh, and then he saw it, he was even laughing. And na enyo no kwa o de me church nipa be ba ku mienu miense bi ntimi so ma me da hoto so no say enye se bia me ko hye bibi mu a ken ka che say untimi
ebro so a uni obi akra ko ka chere no.
Okay, it's something that you have to check out for. And at times so na ya na I think say a man to be brave overlooky on say this whole thing no foundational period in the in our honeymoon period and check na reality no
asset in
it is sometimes
it be cry after marriage no wedding no ne we ni twam afe na welcome to reality yeah
sometimes also am I share and how he makes me feel and how he makes me feel na doors
the butterflies in the tummy no
and we are na doors but share character and consistency no say be okay so be ya dia oye and I send any no credibility wow share ne dedication and the commitment to that he pushes you to be better. So we be ama last time now we can project be once more started obi okwa be share with dream be an vision be just say
oh crash
on cashing po I say ma an encouraging word be an affirmation because it be ama about a month ago can we na me who so start to be out that be na person start on cash obi okwa kan we say onu kwa na e delay fatu na say ade we also ye kakra made anytime abakwa kofa bebia or say fatu nchen also who say this person if you go along with him or her ma butaye na esi wani so no untimi for fail they be obe pushing no aside this is something that I believe say wait here also we dey utimi
see who we nyina fa yan timing obi timi kan e no say mirror relationship mo after a year or two na aware mamu a or say me bre ebi so ho no mo a ekoye too early so who say I'm being rushed into timing no how do you time relationship with a purpose ebrebe na wasa wo de to ho ya wo time bi wo ho a wasa wo hu nipa no ansa na wa ma commitment na
timing I think that when it comes to you shouldn't bombard yourself with timing because life happens sometimes what timing too much it will give you unnecessary pressure so because like time there's nothing like time and all those things so I think that timing gives unnecessary pressure but maweni na ho both ways both oba ne bema maweni na ho na look within if you are really ready because readiness no it has nothing to do with timing you should know that I'm ready. How would you know that you are ready? You know you are ready knowing that you will be a place whereby you are whole. Won hia obi ansa na wani age. Wa wani timi je wo ho. Wo nhwe da en twen say obi mra ansa na because your loneliness na you alone. Loneliness enye. But there are some times that you should be alone.
Okay.
Memo scenarios. Sometimes, if you're free, you just broke up with your boyfriend or girlfriend. I believe the prudent thing to do is to take some time out to reflect.
Okay.
Their course so a boy, their course so amwa, and they contributed to some more DBBA baby. You assess, send a bear when you move on, won't repeat certain mistakes. That one has to come to an end until you give yourself time. And usually, heart matters. So, anya she crampono emotionally, obey down kakra. So man hobre.
Okay.
To really get to a place whereby you have thought things through. Pain you have managed it, or you have looked out for a way where healing. You know, say okay or past no, but you don't remember it with pain.
The healing process of a film kakra like a minute or two. When no crowd then I will heal because anyone is okay heal. Hano ye be a working kai book mudia. Oh, take some time off, go on vacation. Hano so thought that you can 70 at the other no. Am I a crime? Yes, how do you heal?
For me, I think that healing is acceptance.
Okay.
And acceptance is even the first form of healing. Like, would you too? Also, sometimes I say it's difficult to accept as I want to mean Jin to me pan away there because you keep on reliving over the whole issue. Now you're back and forth. And mind you, a bit me breaking from relationship 10 years. Oh, accept to say this is what Kobe did to me and it's over.
Okay.
Until me accept it. Yes, I'll be really. But the first step is to accept that this is it. He left me. Or say, me ne type of girl view. Enti jitum say me ne type of girl view. I am me ebu makuma. But it's like I have life to live. Life goes on.
Okay.
Enti enye easy mami. So when untimi wonni wadwen want to be wa na adwen na tinkem no enye den sa emre eno san obetimi ape a trusted friend.
Okay.
Say be your nam fu ye we o mutimi say madam fu dey mood. Wonni a trusted friend that e bia your pastor or penyin bia won say odi wani to forma odi mu abetimi na kasa.
Okay.
So it be a says, and I believe that sometimes healing is in a different perspective. It's in perspective. It's in revelation. Sometimes it'll be to me more word being to so it means that all this while you were not healed because you were thinking wrong. And when you talk with a resource person, maybe a counselor, or be an mood do a down for beauty, more a different perspective. Now say, oh, me crampon I was misbehaving.
Okay.
No, like maybe you had not looked at yourself in that light into now what but you can incite something within you. Once na bibia stir within you, say, no, not me crampono. I'm a great woman beyond this brokenness. Let me rise up.
Okay.
And see, it's a way you can like heal.
Okay.
And see, I think said that healing way now can see acceptance and then move like you don't just accept it and then you are in your room. No, you have to get tools, measures, near fast so. And sometimes I keep on saying that healing can be messy.
Okay.
Sometimes heal you. But yana ebimojo and say once you are healing, no, no. And sometimes it doesn't mean that you are not healing. It's part of it.
Okay.
It's a better won't say do points. We go back high, but not a
I ask some Serena. Healing so say you are healing, but what me aside the hope you so I say, oh, Ebian from son or he will come back and she will come back.
No, still
you are healing, but you can hold on to the fact say
now you are not healing. It's like I say you are daydreaming sort of.
Okay.
It's not make us say acceptance. Like one thing that makes you know that this healing thing I'm really taking it serious is acceptance.
Okay.
Accepting that like this is it for me.
It's
like,
gone.
It's gone. And maybe most cry in healing or change closure. Say because the person will just vanish like that. No, I mean nothing. It's about change that they know change and Nipan trying and say, oh, Mrs. No. Sometimes closure is not you. The closure you seek or you want will never come.
Okay.
So what do you do? So you so and then you move on.
Okay.
Into acceptance is what's most important.
Okay.
Jitum. because ade a wonji ntum no ntimi nye ho adwuma.
Okay.
But woji tuma e na obetimi aye ho adwuma.
Finally, na yemfa enkomo no ensi na yen yebe because me pese ye chem na fe ye we nyina wi ya sport okay. Sese enkomo nyina echi no. Me hu be ma ya meka say this is the one. Before we move on to finding the one no. Edie na ye di ka kase yemfa timing bia anto so. Na so to da nso a emutwe bebre ana so be wasting time.
Na me say time a obe hu say e bia be ma na say oba why you ready. When sir, there is no neediness bia ni ho say chinchina me here because usually you come to a place of contentment. Well, you're okay.
Yeah, one when you saw.
As you are just by yourself, but when you go home, you are up and about you're up and about your business.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, so you are the energy and some unyankopon say, oh, be a project, be a one that take here. But there's no void. We are content, that kind of content. What's a bema wo na be oba any no. There's so much contentment, like that's seeking, I said that's longing anyhow. That is when we say that someone is ready, like the person is whole. Voidness be any baby. Usually, but
ankona me be any baby. Obi feel say okay because many nka I am nko.
Okay, but that's how you okay. Well, like I don't know, but I got to that place and it's very joyful. Why I'm here kwane hokoye odempa be ding say obi ebebana as we be aman. You have so much peace, you are content, and yet like fake, like you have so much peace within. There's nothing chasing, there's nothing, like so much peace. Or accept it situation as it is, where you are, and I'm okay. That is when you know you are ready emotionally, as a mentally, psychologically. There's nothing, there's no longing, and Debbie. Because if there is still a void in you, won't say you are in a place whereby you are chasing. I say you are on kasayo, but it's written all over your face, desperation. I say chasing, that kind of. But if you are at a place whereby where you're content, there's peace around you, or it's very peaceful, it's very sweet, it's very gentle, it's calm. So I say abutoye mubi obi ba onchen the person leaves filled because I say washema.
Okay.
And whatever is flowing from you, is coming out of the excesses. I said the abroso.
The abuso
The abuso na air overflow to the person.
Okay.
But I say when you're content and if there's a void, you are, I said, neediness, clinginess. I said, they be a person tired on who in our way. I said, on to me, must space.
I'm a friend of one fa.
And I'm a friend. And then
they say,
you know, that kind of Sunny money man who said no.
Okay.
If I know, I said, nay, you need pay it.
Okay.
Neediness, no, like clinginess. I said, oh, hey, that kind of no. But it's I said, they be our own friend home corner. Now why you drain? I said, what bread? I said, if you are free pan home corner, what break? It's that one is really a sign that. So there's nothing like really time. And them people chat so about timing. So they say, in order not for time to waste, mushia, that conversation should be there towards the end goal.
Okay.
So that
which is marriage.
Well, sometimes, well, the major end goal is marriage. But sometimes life happens.
Okay.
And but there should be a certain end goal that you are working towards. And mushia munya sankita hundino to say this and this is what I'm doing. Ahana me say anything. You also look at yourself. Into what can I say? You don't fit into that alignment.
Okay. Okay.
And then you are able to either make a decision that I'm me twaso and I'm me traso.
Okay.
So there's no time wasting.
Okay.
But when there is no clarity, when there is no like reason, intention, and then I'm going to waste the time because I say there's this situationship entanglement, but you don't know the end goal. And at a point in time, what break?
Okay.
You know, I think that is what timing is about.
Okay. Now, yentin quickly, you're spending so much time on this dating with purpose, which self-attached didn't come on, sir. Akasa dear no. How do I spot say way dear? This is the one. Subane baba bebre. Ya de niam bebre be gun sani ani but edru ba bia. Wo be hu say way dear. he or and I say he or she is the one. And no nyame onkokro na de be ma wo. Is it your personal intuition? I was saying nyame de so ada ye. Kane no na mene no so da ye ne tutu ba nche ye. You see those things. Eh dey na ebehu say this is the one. Ti yenye bre na ye ni ho no so nkomo kakra. Ye wo bibi pa e kire say we die. Ya hye no so me die nie. Be ma be ka say de Adam hu Eve no ka say me hunam yes ye ha no bibi sa wo ho. I timi show bi so ma hu say oh we die e yo no a.
Me that's we break. The one no. I think say yeah, telenovelas na ya.
Oh,
Any certain Hollywood movies be any Nollywood movies be no. And I created that impression say it's like there is the one, but am I hearing if you say those movies nene a script in a Troy.